Alan?
Good morning. How do you feel?
Fine. What are you doing?
I'm watching the snow. You realize it's been snowing all night?
Well, no kidding. It was very quiet about it. Didn't disturb me at all.
It's really going to be a very beautiful Christmas.
By Christmas, it may all be melted.
No. No, not this time. They're predicting very heavy snowfalls for the next week or so. I'm very glad I got changed for my tires.
Beautiful. It's really lovely to watch. You know, it's like just having the whole house wrapped in a blanket. Are you going to go to the hospital today?
Yes, I'm afraid so. I wish I could stay here with you, but I can't. I've got so much work to do on that Peter Taylor Scholarship Memorial Fund.
Oh, how's that coming along?
Beautifully. Have you heard about Bobby?
Well, I don't know. What?
Roy DeLuca left her $5,000. She wants to donate the whole thing to the scholarship fund.
Wow, that's an awfully generous gesture. Could she afford that?
No, not really, but the money doesn't mean anything without Roy.
Guess not.
So, my dear lady, tell me, what are you going to do with yourself today?
Oh, my agenda is full. Every moment is to be taken up. Stay in bed.
You're getting bored.
No. Restless, maybe.
Well, you got to keep those visitors coming.
Well, I'm trying.
Yes, I know. Don't be too disappointed if Lesley and Gail don't show up. I mean, they're predicting very heavy snowfalls for today.
Well, I think that's awfully inconsiderate. I mean, guests are the only diversions I have.
Wish I could offer you some of my own. But we will make up for that in time, won't we? Goodbye.
Main desk is the brewer. Jessie, hi. Monica. Oh, hi, Monica. How are you? Oh, bearing up. Are you staying in bed and resting the way you're supposed to? Yes, Jessie. I'm being a model patient. Well, good. You bored yet? Oh, off and on. I'm trying to keep my mind occupied, but it's a lot of work. Well, I imagine. I'm trying to get a hold of Alan. I wondered if you could connect me with his office. Yes, of course I can. Hold on a minute. Office. Is Alan there? Monica, is that you? Yes, Tracy.
Oh, nice to hear from you. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, Tracy. Is Alan around?
Can you believe this grim weather? Of course, I suppose you're lying in bed watching it snow, and it's very picturesque. But when you have to get out and about in it, it's savage.
Yes, I can imagine it is.
So you see, Monica, there are definite advantages to enforced bed rest. I wish someone would prescribe it for me.
Now, for the third time, could I speak to Alan?
No, he isn't here.
Well, do you have any idea where he is?
Not the faintest.
He did come in, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. But he stepped out for a minute and said he'd be right back. That was about 5 minutes ago. Maybe 7 by now. He's probably standing around a coffee machine somewhere talking to a little nurse. You know how men are.
Yes, I do.
And Alan is human. Or there's a rumor to that effect going around.
Look, Tracy, just do me a favor, and when Alan comes in, tell him that I called and I'd like to have him call me as soon as he can.
Nothing serious, I trust.
Take the gleam out of your voice, Tracy. I'm just fine. All I want to do is talk to him.
Well, I'll be sure and tell him the minute he gets back.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Stay warm and keep on taking care of yourself.
I will, Tracy.
Bye, Monica.
Goodbye. No. Can't be the baby. I mean, it's just much too soon.
Taylor Memorial Fund in Steve's office later. Gonna be there? Yes, secretary phoned me about it. Listen, the reason that I wanted to talk to you was because of a scene that I just had, a sister of mine.
What has Tracy done this time?
Just a general attitude. I must say she's a very heavy cross for me to bear.
Alan should be a heavy cross for anything to bear.
She told me that my father... Thanks. She told me that my father has now hired Zelda Bernstein on a retainer, to be his personal attorney, and she's not very happy about that.
Well, that is an interesting development, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's a little bit of game play on the part of my father. Anyway, insofar as I'm concerned, I couldn't care less, but Tracy is very upset about it. Anyway, the reason I wanted to talk to you is I'd like your opinion. What do you think about her as a lawyer?
Well, having sat on the opposite side of the table from her in the Kokorian mess, I don't like her.
Yeah. No, I mean, can you offer me an objective judgment on her?
Sure, I think I can. She's very capable. I'd say she's a very good attorney. She knows who she is and what she wants. I mean, if you get into the technical legal abilities, I'd say it'd be better to ask Lee or Howard.
No, I understand that. I'm just trying to decide whether my father's made a smart choice or whether he's done this whole thing just to spite Tracy.
Well, I don't think I can answer that. If he did make her that angry, I would say it was a bad choice, because nobody, absolutely nobody, needs Tracy Quartermain as an adversary, believe me.
I know. I tell you, if she didn't love my father as much as she did, I'm sure that she would have tried to have him declared as being senile for hiring Zelda.
Well, that's crazy.
Yes. Literally, I know. I mean, the man's never been stronger in his whole life despite his heart attack. I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past her to try.
Why would Tracy object to Zelda being hired by your father? I mean, it doesn't change her financial position in any way, does it?
No, it just irritates her, that's all. I don't know. Maybe I'm just borrowing trouble.
I would say, from my experience with Zelda, and from what Lee said, she dealt with a great deal of integrity. She would probably do a very fine job for you, Dad.
I hope so. I just cannot understand why Tracy is so intent about seeing these depositions. I mean, what could possibly be so personal?
Dr. Quartermain, there's a call for you.
Thank you. Will you excuse me, Rick?
Sure.
Dr. Quartermain?
Oh, there you are at last. I have tried every nook and cranny in this hospital.
Yeah, well, all right. You found me. What do you want?
I want to deliver a message. Monica called and she said she wanted to talk to you as soon as you got back. And when it started to look as if you weren't ever going to get back, I decided I'd better try to reach you. I don't want to be accused of pulling any dirty tricks.
Did she say what she wanted to talk to me about?
No. But then she wouldn't, would she, Alan?
I can't imagine why. Thank you for the message.
We aim to please.
Funny how often you miss the mark. So long.
Robert?
No, Monica was just trying to reach me according to Tracy, but I just tried and the line was busy.
Did Tracy say it was serious?
No, nothing like that. I get a little bit uneasy sometimes leaving her alone in the house, with just Stella there.
Well, Mrs. Field's very competent, isn't she? And Gail and Lesley are on their way over there, and they're both highly qualified doctors. I would say that if anything turned up, that they'd be able to handle it very well.
Yes, I know. I guess I'm just being a little bit neurotic. Tell me, Doctor, do you have a prescription for that?
I wish I did, because I would be a millionaire 3 years ago.
I'll try her again.
Well, don't get all attached to talking to her. We're doing Steve Hardy's office to make that report.
I know. Monica?
Hi, darling.
I just tried to call you just a little while ago, and the line was busy.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, I had a couple of calls earlier.
Yeah, well, I was a little bit worried. Tracy told me that you were quite anxious to talk to me.
I'm always anxious to talk to you. Don't you know that?
Is that all it was?
Well, isn't that enough?
Hi, Monica. It's us. Mrs. Fields said to just barge right in.
Darling, look, Lesley and Gail just got here, so I'll talk to you later, okay?
Wait a second. I want to make sure you're all right.
Of course I'm all right.
You sure? I don't want you taking any chances.
Now, don't you worry. Look, I'll call you back when everybody leaves. I love you.
I love you, too.
Bye-bye.
Hi, how are you?
I'm awfully glad to see you.
Hi, darling. Oh, Mrs. Fields said to just barge right on in. So we did.
We didn't see the need for having her come up ahead of us.
Absolutely not. Come on, pull up the chairs and Sit down and make yourself comfortable.
Hey, you look lovely.
Oh,
You look like one of those Fragonard paintings.
except they were always in gardens. I mean, you never caught one of them stuck in a bed like this.
Well, that's probably why they were so wan and pale, too. They needed rest.
Probably. Gosh, it's awfully sweet of you to come over here on a day like this.
Well, isn't it? We're just two absolute angels of mercy.
Yes, we are. Well, you are, really. But the traffic must have been awful.
There really wasn't any traffic. The streets are getting a little nasty, though.
Well, look, I shall ring for Stella and have her bring us up some tea, unless you want something else.
No, tea's fine for me.
Oh, absolutely, yes. I assume that was your handsome husband you were talking to as we walked in.
Absolutely. I check in with him a lot during the day. He's awfully worried that I'll start having contractions. I mean, every time I move, he thinks I'm going into labor. So I have to reassure him.
Well, you can't help worrying. I mean, it's kind of a nerve-wracking time.
Yeah, it is. Well, I shall ring for Stella, and then we can sit back and just talk our heads off. I want to know everything that's going on in the hospital and everything that's going on in the world.
Oh, all right. Well, it's snowing out there. By George, would you look at that?
Gosh,
White
it's
lake
really
coming down out of the
beautiful,
sky.
though, you know.
No, I think it's snowing here than
Oh, that's lovely, Mrs. Fields. I can't resist.
Did you make those yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my goodness.
Stella is a wonderful cook.
I know.
Really.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. No, I won't take that. I'll take this one.
Is there something else?
No, I don't think so. I think we're fine, Stella. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes, where were we?
Oh, I was about to tell you that Steve is having a meeting in his office today to finalize the plans for the fundraising ball. I'm very anxious to hear what they decide.
And did you know that Bobby donated $5,000 to the fund?
Alan told me. I think that's wonderful.
Did you know that Jessie matched it? Yeah. So they're starting off with quite a nice little pot there.
Well, I think that charity ball is going to add a lot more, too. Well, especially with Tracy organizing it.
Well, she's definitely good at raising money. Lesley, what's the latest on Laura?
Oh, I have very good news. Laura had a second pregnancy test from Dana, and the results prove conclusively that she's not pregnant.
Sure.
No question about it.
Oh, thank heavens. That's wonderful.
I mean, a lot of people will be greatly relieved.
What about one number?
You take out that one yet. What's the matter?
Are you in pain?
No. It's just I've had a couple of twinges, but they just went away. Is it the baby? No, of course it isn't. It's much too early for that. Really? And the pain hasn't been very strong, but not regular.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Come on, just finish telling me about Laura.
Never mind about Laura. I am going to call Ellen, and then I'm going to call Dana. I don't like the looks of this.
Leslie, come on. That's not necessary, really.
Okay, whether you agree with me or not, I'm your guest, right? And I deserve to be humored. Humor me.
It still isn't working, Les. I can't even get the operator.
What, you mean the service is still on?
Oh, well, it's only temporary, I'm sure. Now, listen, don't you worry about it. How you doing?
Well, the contractions are very weak and irregular. Monica, what exactly did Dana tell you?
Well, Dana ran some tests and...
All right, take a breath.
And, she, took some sonography pictures and said... Baby is just fine. Fine. I did. I suffered a little damage when I took that fall.
Trust you to have a complicated pregnancy.
Yeah, what you know.
Well, we certainly can't call for an ambulance if the phone is
Oh, come on, Leslie. I mean, you think it's necessary?
Oh, no, only as a precaution, but I do think that we ought to get you to the hospital if by any chance Dana would have to do a section. I'm sure she'd prefer you were there.
Leslie, it is too early. It's much too early for the baby.
I realize that, but because of the fall, it could come early, and I would like us to be prepared.
Lesley is right, Monica.
Yes, and you wouldn't even have to get dressed. We could put your robe on you, we could wrap you in blankets, go very carefully downstairs and out to the car and drive slowly to the hospital.
Right, now, do you think you feel up to that?
Well, yeah.
Of course I do.
Okay.
If you really think this
Yes,
is
we do. Certainly do.
Take it easy,
Definitely.
Jess. Take it easy.
Don't be
Lean on us, and we'll do it.
Listen to your doctor.
Lean on us.
I love how
okay?
graceful she is when she gets up.
There you go.
What?
What is it? I don't think I'm going to make it. What's the matter? I think the water's just broken. I'll go and get some towels, Lesley. Hang on.
Well, then, as I see it, we have two choices here. We can still try to get to the hospital, but of course we would be taking a chance on losing the baby.
No, Lesley, you can't lose the baby.
Okay, or we could try and deliver it here. But it has to be your choice. So what is it going to be? My trusty little doctor said. Yeah.
Well, as it turns out, we didn't have any choice about trying to make it to the hospital anyway.
Why not?
I just took a little walk outside down by the road. I mean, it's like a blizzard out there. Snow ice. But the snowplows haven't gotten through. There are abandoned cars all over the road.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's the worst storm that I've seen in years. At least that's what the radio's predicting.
Do you mean we're going to be snowed in?
It looks that way, Lesley.
Well, then we got a problem. Because the baby is coming.
What do you think we should do?
I think we should stay calm and help her to deliver normally.
Oh, can I do that?
Well, I would certainly hope so.
The contractions are irregular.
Monica, your job is to relax and go with the contractions, okay?
Irregular contractions.
The thing that we have to look at here is that we may have a breech baby, right? Okay. Now, if he is, I am not going to try turning him with instruments. I wouldn't want to damage him. I'm certainly not equipped to do a section here.
So, where does that leave us?
Well, look, we're doctors, are we not? We also happen to be women, and if the three of us can't get this baby born, then something is wrong somewhere.
Of course we'll manage it. Now, don't worry. Besides, we have all the antiseptic equipment that we need.
I will only be able to give you a muscle relaxant, Monica, but you probably shouldn't have anything stronger than that anyway. We wouldn't want it to affect the little one.
And we can always ask Stella to help if necessary.
Wait a minute. Look, this baby, it's going to be born. If it is, it's going to be premature. We need an incubator.
Yes.
Well,
Of course
just
we do.
relax. Listen, we can build a homemade one.
And in the meantime, we will just pray that you can hold off delivering long enough for the snowplows to get through and the ambulance to get here.
Right.
What do you mean?
Jesse, is Alan able to get through money?
No, he's still trying, but he hasn't had any luck. He even tried to get home, but the snow was just too heavy.
That's too bad.
Oh, excuse me.
Damn it. What's wrong? All the lines are down in the suburbs. I can't get through to the house at all.
Yeah, I know Jesse was telling you, but I wouldn't worry about it that much if I were you.
I can't help it. I just hate the idea of her being alone in the house with nobody there but Stella.
Alan, I know you're concerned, and you have to be that way, but Lesley and Gail haven't gotten back to the house yet. I would assume that they're right with Monica right this very second.
I hope so.
Well, I'm sure that being very sensible when the storm looked so bad, they decided to stay at your place.
I'm just so concerned about the baby, Rick. I mean, what happens if Monica starts premature labor?
Alan, you have two highly competent doctors in your house with her.
I'm worrying too much. My wife is probably just fine, and I'm just being foolish. So why don't I take my coat off and relax? How about coming down to the cafeteria, having a cup of coffee with me and helping me calm down for a minute?
I'm glad I suggested it. Let's go.